What is up, guys? My name's Ali and welcome to the brand new Shangri-La Zombies map. This is going to be part one of a few parts. I'm afraid I can't bring you in a longer stint, I'm afraid, because my laptop is very limiting in terms of how quickly it can make videos and render videos. But from what I can tell, this map is actually quite small. It's smaller than I thought it'd be. There's either a left-hand turn or right-hand turn at the beginning of this map. Grabbing quick revive at the beginning with the 500 points you're given is always a good bet, just because it does take a while to get Juggernaut. You have to literally go right down to the bottom of the map to turn on the power. In this route I will show you the right hand side way of getting hold of the power. Nice and simple, straightforward route of how to get there, where the box location is. I believe the box location stays stationary rather than in Call of the Dead where it changes, but the perks don't. They've switched it around a bit. The perks do not always stay in the same place. So the perks will be in the same locations each time in terms of the machines themselves, but it won't be the same perk. So where Juggernaut could be one time, Sleight of Hand could be the next time, or Speed Cola. So they've mixed that up a bit and tried to make it a little harder so that each time you're not always running Juggernaut each time. You've got to traverse across the whole map, get around everywhere before you can find the exact perk you want. Now, I believe there'd be a new perk. It appears there isn't any new perks. There are new zombies, however, and there's a new Spike More, and there's a brand new gun. It's sort of like a baby shrink gun. I've got gameplay up of that at the moment. So it's an awesome map, it's really good fun, but there's bound to be lots of Easter eggs in here, and that's what I'm working on at the moment, is trying to find out all the little secrets to this map. There's those little bongs you saw. You can knife them and then they'll make a loud noise. I'm sure they've linked into this Easter egg somehow. As you can see, that's where Juggernaut spawned when I was playing, just in front of me, literally to the right hand side. Unfortunately, it's not always going to be there. That could be any perk, and just down the river there is the mystery box. From what I can tell, that will always be there, so that's nice. And then, literally, I'm just staying in this area at the moment to try and warn off any of these zombies. There's brand new zombies. There's a fire zombie and a sort of echo white zombie that both are really strong and muck up your screen and make it really hard to see what's happening. There's this sort of trap area here where there's various stones, and standing on the stones will cause the traps to come down in different orders. There's actually spinning wheels on the side of the of this room as well, and you can twist it to change the order of which they fall down. I'm sure they're going to be linked into more in-detailed stuff about the Easter egg and stuff, but you're actually the player from Call of the Dead, the players that were locked in the room from the Easter egg. If you haven't heard of that, there were the four main characters which you normally play as on the zombie map. They were locked in the room. And then they head off to paradise with the golden rod. And when you spawn in the map, if you're this character, he will say that, you know, they've arrived, they're in paradise, and they want to turn on the power. And when I turned on the power, I believe, or it's something to do with the power, I think you actually get the golden rod which you gave them at the end of the Easter egg in Call of the Dead. So you're actually given that golden rod. I don't have it in this playthrough because, of course, this was the first time and it hasn't given it to me yet, but I'm sure you use the golden rod as part of the Easter egg. There's different ways of getting across the map as well. There is of course, the slide and the sort of minecart, if you will. You've got to turn on the power first to activate them, but this is where you want to head first. You want to build up your points, try and use your pistol and knife as effectively as possible to build up the maximum number of points, then open that downwards rock stone and it'll roll away and you can head on down underground. Picking up this PM63 here is always a good bet. It's a strong weapon. You can get ammo for it fairly easily. It doesn't cost too much. It's always a good perk as well, or not literally perk, but a good point about the gun. And I am surprised as to how small it is. It'll be interesting with 4 players. Perhaps the secret parts of the map I haven't found yet, but it's going to be tough because there's literally, I'm trying to think, I don't think there's any wide open areas at all. It's going to be a tough map to get a high score on. Probably the area I'm in at the moment is going to be the best way to sort of just circle around and to try and stay in that area. It's probably the best idea and the best place to stay in. So this is coming towards the end of part 1. I'm going to have part 2, 3 and 4 showing you the right hand side, how to get to the power, and the left hand side, how to get to the power, so you guys are fully informed. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I'd love a like on this part if you could, and I'll see you on the rest of the video.